the temporary structures were built here, and that was demolished by the BMC.
Mukundan sir needs no introduction. His name is synonymous with Children's Academy. He joined the school in 1976 and has given 44 years of unstinted service to the academy and still counting. He is an exemplary educator and ace administrator who has worked very closely with the founder principal, late Shri Benipat. Generations of students are witness to his extraordinary contribution in shaping Children's Academy in its nascent years and breaking it, elevating it to what it is now. Today, Sir functions in the profile of Chief Coordinator for Children's Academy Group of Schools. He's my guru as well, and I am excited today to have this interaction with Mukundan sir. Welcome, Mukundan sir. It's such a pleasure to have you for this interview.
Thank you.
My first and the foremost question which comes to my mind, why did you want to be a teacher?
In 1970s, it was not impossible to get a good job for a graduate. But my desire, my decision, and my aspiration was to become a teacher. And teaching is a noble profession which affects the society at large.
Right. So thus began your journey with Children's Academy Group of Schools, and at that time Children's Academy. So how was your appointment process done? I'm very keen to know this.
Yes. I met our founder principal, Mr. V.V. Bhatt, on 2nd of May 1976. It was in his house, Elephanta, 7th floor, flat number 31.
Oh my, those are the details.
Yes. And in those days, there were no interview as such. In the sense, he asked certain questions and I answered, no written test, etc. And I was appointed as an assistant teacher on 1st of July 1976 as an assistant teacher. Thereafter, I became the supervisor, I became the principal. Now I am the chief coordinator of Children's Academy Group of Schools. And having said that, at that time only Children's Academy Malad.
And that is 44 years of unstinted service. Kudos and bravo. That's commendable, sir.
Thank you.
But going back in time, sir, in those days, there weren't too many English medium schools. In such circumstances, what made Children's Academy stand out?
In the vicinity, there was only one Fatima Devi and an unaided school, but not having any standard. Nearby, many buildings, and in those buildings, almost all residents were educated and they preferred Children's Academy. And I still remember the register, attendance register, Agarwal, about 20. Though we were in a residential premises, we gave good education at an affordable price.
Yes. Good education, quality education at affordable price has been the mantra throughout, and it has worked tremendously for Children's Academy Group of Schools. Talking about earlier times, sir, we all know that Children's Academy has had a very modest beginning. And you've been a very, very prominent part, or rather I even say you played a pivotal part then as well. So working shoulder to shoulder with a founder principal, I'm sure there were plenty of challenges, many that we have heard, but I would want to hear it from himself.
It is said the future belongs to those who face challenges for the future, for the present. And challenges were there, and he was a very straightforward very brave person. And one of the challenges, we were housed in a residential premises, ground floor. And there were problems every day, practically every day, there were problems from the upper floors. They used to throw dirt and we used to face all this. And another challenge was when the temporary structures were built here and that was demolished by the BMC. It was in the month of May and school has to start in June. It was completely demolished but sir could see from his house what was going on. And I was standing there as a mute witness. I informed sir. Sir said, I will not do anything. Whatever you want, you do. I ran to the councillor and he said, no, I cannot do anything. This was actually happened because of the rift between the Janata Party at that time, Janata Party and the Congress Party. As a result, school suffered. And he is a very, very courageous person. He could rebuild the structure within 2 weeks. And I thank the contractor and the builder who built the 3 buildings today, our Children's Academy Malad and Children's Academy, 2 schools in Kandivali. So that was the challenge and we succeeded.
You and Bhatt sir as a team withstood this challenge completely. And there was no moment of feeling disappointed, or was it that you had to face and it had to come? And with a brave face, both of you have taken it.
Disappointment is not in the dictionary of a brave person. And we used to work 365 days. Sundays, Saturdays, holidays. And there was only 1 cup of tea from the nearby canteen. And with that, we used to strategize the things, what is to be done the next day or the next week or next month, etc. And as you said rightly, I stood by him.
Yes, we know that, sir. So talking about that one moment of disappointment or maybe just a rare moment of despair, but I'm sure there must have been innumerable moments of joy. So can you recall any one moment which provided or rather brought in that smile which you will never been able to forget?
For all those who were associated with Children's Academy at that time, even today, the happiest day was when we received the NOC for this building, Malad building, because we struggled about 7 years to get an NOC, and when we received the NOC, our joys knew no bounds. That was the happiest moment. And the next happiest as a teacher was when we got the 100% result at the SSC examination.
That was the first batch I was with. So how did you develop team building? I mean, you and Bhatt sir were a team, but I'm sure there are many other teachers who you would recall worked incessantly and relentlessly towards the upliftment, or you can say towards the development of the school further up.
Yes, I recollect 3 persons, including me, myself, Ms. Ramal Hegde, and Mr. Aiza Ahmad. We were the people actually gave a base to the school. Otherwise, school was an unobtrusive school. Why? Because one of the factors was we were in a residential premises. People hardly recognize this whether it is at school, but we provided all facilities. At that time also, in each class there were 3 fans and 2 tube lights. Like that, we have provided almost all, and good education we are given. And let me tell you, we had many untrained teachers. As I said, Mr. Ahmad, he was an untrained teacher, but sir had the knack of picking the right candidates. And he used to teach them. He used to go to the class and he used to sit in front of the teacher, and whatever drawbacks are there, he used to pinpoint. And his favorite subjects were geography and English, and he was well versed in these two subjects. And I too have learned many things from him.
So Vatsal's eye for perfection and to choose the rightest candidate is, of course, one of them sitting with India. And I'm sure you imbibe that quality of perfection from him, his immense dedication, his discipline to everything. Is there any other skill or quality that you would want to elucidate which helped you in your professional career also?
See, one of the aims of education is the all-round development of the personality of the child. So, we were not restricted to the classroom teaching at that time. You know it very well. And it was sir's idea that children should go out. Every year, each class picnics and school tour. That has been the part and parcel of the school system of education.
Sir, I will keen to know what kind of parent support or how was the parent support in those days, considering the fact that schools in the vicinity or otherwise did not really, work on the mantra of all-round development for the students. This is Chibbles Academy, which thought of not just academics, but also all-round other development, taking co-curricular activities, etc. So, how was the response of the parents?
The parents were the cross-section of the society. There were mixed parents. There were many parents who supported. There were many parents who opposed. I still remember one of the parents came to thrash Mercer. And that was the end of that person's career. He was the councillor of the Congress Party councillor, and his child was studying there. And he came to thrash him, and next election he was defeated and he died. So that was one of the incidents I still remember. Like that, there were parents who supported us. And at that time, that building, this present building, was constructed with the money we collected from the parents. We used to go to house, selling coupons. And I still remember one of the ladies said that 5 rupees I will not give to school, the rest 10 rupees I will give to the beggar. And that lady's son studied in the school, and that son's son studied in the school. So, this, when we speak now, we will have to think twice. Spoken words cannot be taken back, and this is an institution. Institution is immortal, right? That she should not have told that. She said, and the same lady used to bring the children to school in Hisharma. And
when the school progressed and moved to this building, and then of course we grew strength by strength to heights and higher goals. I'm sure everything should be left behind now. Those are bygones and history now. I'm sure those who thought or spoke that way in those times must have realized the value of children's academies. So in such circumstances, sir, to manage co-curricular activities along with the academics, how was it possible?
We had good physical education teachers, I might say, and good art teachers. And they focused mainly on that extracurricular activities, and we were there. And in those days, much importance was not given to non-academic subjects. And parents sending the children to school means they want to make them as engineers, doctors, other things, athletics and other things were not there in the mind. So slowly,
The waste of time.
the waste of time. Yes. But having said that, there were some parents. I remember one of our teacher's daughter, Mr. Dubey's daughter, Susmita Dubey, and he used to take her early in the morning at 5 o'clock, and he used to make her run up and down, and she was one of the best athletes, and she has become the doctor. So there were people who supported non-academics as well as academics.
In your journey of Children's Academy, how would you place the support of the Children's Academy family to you?
Mr. Bhatt was not only my boss, he was my mentor. He was a father figure to me. In the same way, Mrs. Bhatt also played an important role in my life. And they trusted me through and through. But Sir and Mrs. Bhatt used to go for some vacation in July or August when the school is set. And he used to tell me, take care of my children, our children, Mr. Rohan, Mr. Rohit, and Rohila. And that was the rapport with me. And I still remember those days. I used to go to their house. I used to have a cup of tea, and he used to come to my house, but Sir used to come to house. Of course, Madam Bhatt also. This way we grew and we brought the school up.
Indeed. You have worked with Bhatt Sir, and today you're working, rather we are already working and we are part of his family, which is Rohan Sir and Rohit Sir and their children. What changes have you experienced? Is there a change?
Change is the only thing which is permanent. Rohila, Miss Rohan, Miss Rohit, they were all my students. Miss Rohan worked under me. Now, I work under Miss Rohit. In the initial stage, when Bhatt Sir was about to retire, he had so many plans. He used to tell everything including family matters to me. And I have seen Miss Rohan. He was not much into education. At that time, there was that computer boom. He actually wanted to start a computer institution. But slowly, it is his cup of tea. He has to take it, and he has taken it, and he has proved, both of them, Rohan as well as Miss Rohit, they proved that they are really the sons of great Mr. Bhatt. And whatever Bhatt Sir's vision was there in his mind, they proved that they could do beyond that. That is why today we have seen that to begin with there were only 15 students. Now we have 8,000 students. So all credit goes to Miss Rohan and Miss Rohit. Rohila was there for some time, but now she is focusing on her family matters. Still, we remember her. Whenever we talk about Children's Academy, Rohila's name comes first, and I treat her as my own daughter. And these two They are in my heart. Even after my retirement, they said that we don't want to retire and we like to survive very happily. I survived because of their greatness. I will never forget them.
But that's coming from the children of a very great man, a visionary himself, but sir, who himself was a person like this. So it is only obvious that the children have imbibed the same quality and kept us all afloat. Not talking about teachers. So Children's Academy is known for teacher training. We are very much vigorously following up the teacher training. How was it of your days?
Yes. As I said earlier, but sir had the knack of picking the right candidates. And he used to train them. And we have many untrained teachers. Say, I remember all the names like Mrs. Govia, Mrs. Paul, Mr. Ahmad. They were all untrained teachers, but they were the best of the best. They were the best among the better teachers. That quality they gained from Bhatt, and he himself was a great teacher. So that legacy continued still, and hard work and discipline. He has seen that this is our philosophy. Hard work he put in, and he used to come before the first bell, and that quality he inherited. Even today, I come to school at 6:15. It is not 6:16. And that is one of the disciplines which I gained from Bhatt, the hard work also. When I was in service, real actual service, I used to work up to 8 o'clock. Morning shift, afternoon shift, then we used to have classes.
So when you say untrained, sir, it is only by qualification is what we understand.
That's what I
So you would agree.
They were better than the best teachers, I said. Yes.
Teaching is an art.
Yes.
I'm sure you would agree with me.
Yes,
No
yes.
amount of degrees can ever replace a good teacher.
But
Good teacher needs no degrees or a stamp. But yes, qualifications, when they come into the picture, we have divided them into trained and untrained. If you were to give one message to students, say 50 years from now when we hear this interaction, what would be it? That message, sir.
I always believe in workmanship. Work is worship and duty is God. This is my lifeline, and I want them to follow the same. Work with courage. Work with courage to achieve something. Work with courage to achieve something which is unachievable. Nothing is impossible under the sun.
Thank you, sir. So diligence, hard work, honesty, discipline in every way. I think that has been the mantra to create a base for Children's Academy. And Bhatt sir, with a team of teachers like Mukund sir, could have done this. His dream has been realized in terms of Children's Academy, and now Children's Academy group of schools. The flag will keep flying high with the backing, with the guidance, and with the vision of Bhatt sir as well as Mukund sir. Thank you so much, sir.